Hey, what is up guys, Burnished here, bringing you Game 2 of TD versus Legion, and I'm excited for this game. I want to see, personally, Legion bring this back and make it 1-1 and have a Legion versus TD Game 3, but we will see what happens. We do see Kenneth actually picking up the Castin here. Castin, renowned for his sort of running around the map, using his ultimate, and then just ganking pretty much every single lane there is, and he will be up against Paradoxical on his Kennen, and Paradoxical pretty good with Kennen. I've seen a fair amount of games with him playing as Kennen, and he is very strong as a Kennen. And we do see Legion actually sitting up in a very weird position. They're actually sitting over here as if waiting for the invade. They seem to know that TD are going to be invading. They do have Xeon Spartan for the level 1 Shadow dash, which there's the taunt. They have Nintendo Dex playing possibly his most favorite jungle, which is the Olaf, and they just have so much damage at level 1 that they don't really want to do anything. They also have obviously Pixel playing a Blitzcrank, which is definitely not what you want to have in a level 1 team fight. So we'll see how Legion deals with this, and I'm assuming they're just going to stay back, just sort of wait around here. TD sort of looking for someone to just catch out and destroy them, I'm assuming. So we do actually see, I think Cruiser just went back there, and they're still sort of sitting up here. Wolves are being taken by Nintendo, giving him that little bit of early jungle lead, leaving one of the wolves obviously, and they may actually get seen there. I think Lord of Modest just got seen as Nocturne, but there is a ward in this brush, so they will be able to see it. Are they actually going to go in for the steal? They do get the steal! Lord of Modest managing to get the steal there. Wonderful play there, and they're going to just back out from this. That was amazing. Lord of Modest getting in there just with the correct smite. He must really know his jungles, really know how much damage smite does, and just how much damage he thinks the golems are going to take, so he can smite it on the dot. And he did so, and he managed to get that blue buff, which is a great play. It means that Olaf is going to be a little bit behind. Nocturne actually going into the jungle, actually going to be looking for Olaf's red buff as well. So we may see a fight out down here in the jungle. Xeon Spartan taunting Cruiser over there. The fight does go down in the jungle. Nintendo Dex taking a lot of damage. The Fear Tether does go off. The flash also from Lord of Modest. He's not going to be able to pick up the kill. Maybe a wasted flash there. And they can't get the Q. Paradoxical trying to hit Lord of Modest with his Q. Cannot manage to hit him. And Nintendo Dex is like, what? And Cruiser actually with a stun, but the Shadow Dash will keep Xeon Spartan alive and well. We do see Zig playing his Misfortune again, and again in the top lane, a lot of early aggression here in the top lane. You don't normally see this. It's usually a farm fest, but I suppose one of the top lanes really wants to show dominance there. Kenneth going on to Paradoxical. Lord of Modest from behind going to be ganking as well, and there's the Lightning Surge, and he will get out of there. No problem at all. Zig doing a lot of damage to Demon Law. He's taking a ton of damage at the moment, popping that health potion, but during the health reduction, so that's going to be it can be slightly not as effective. And dashing the stun again, so good matchup for Xeon Spartan. He can pretty much never get stunned by Cruiser, at least unless that Shadow Dash is down. Kenneth just trying to CS. It's a bit difficult for Castin to CS in the lane, especially with the Kennen having those high auto attacks. Just being able to poke Kenneth down. So Kenneth obviously having the melee auto attack makes it very difficult for him to successfully last hit without taking a lot of damage from Paradoxical. But they're both taking quite a bit of damage. In fact, Kenneth really low on mana at the moment, so he's going to need to get some of that back. And oh, just missing the pull from Blitzcrank there. In fact, Pixel doing a wonderful job sort of predicting where Demon Lol might go. So trying to pull him from where he landed. Nintendo Dex just showing his face in the mid lane, sort of saying, back up. And it looks like he's just going to be going on a farming spree. Not really wanting to gank many lanes at the moment. Jax is actually missing from top, so can't really gank that. And Kenneth, unfortunately, he gets pushed so back because he is Cassidin. So you can't gank him at his own turret, of course. And then that just gives him more than enough time to hit level 6, and then you can't gank him. He will just ulti out, and it's just impossible. I suppose with Paradoxical, very good choice picking Kennen. They can sort of catch him out if they get a nice stun. Demon Lord still taking a lot of damage. Zig really knowing that misfortune, really looking for that early game aggression. And Zeon Spartan actually catching out Lord of Mortis there, taking a lot of damage. Demon Lord using his Arcane Shift to get away from that pull from Blitzcrank. And it's going to be a little bit of a disengage there. Nintendo deck still counter jungling there. Kenneth taking a bit of damage there. Oh, and he doesn't go down. The Ignite may take it down. The auto attack flash will pick it up. Paradoxical is going to die to the... No, he's not actually. Wow, surprisingly. And he is going to be fine. Lord of Mortis actually catches out Nintendo Dex. Nintendo Dex taking a lot of damage. He's got the Fear Tether off and the Flash. And there we go. Cruiser picking up the kill onto the Nintendo Dex. Getting caught out in that bush. Really not good. Maybe looking for a dive there. But just a bit. Just caught out, basically. And the Shadow Dash keeping him fine from the stun. And we do actually see Zig and Pixel sort of just running around, sort of not really doing much. They have been hyper aggressive in this lane. Definitely with the Blitzcrank, you got to be very, very careful of those pulls. It really zones you out. And then Zig with all of that damage, queuing a minion and then making the second effect of Q hit you does so much damage, and is make it range, slowing you. It's really a very aggressive lane that I'd hate to be stuck with. Unfortunately, Inubish and Demon Lol have to stay in lane. We don't actually see any lane switches, which is something that the Koreans sort of adopted, and sort of that's where you saw it the most in the OGN finals, if anyone did watch those. But we don't see any lane switches in this game. We may see some in the finals. That's what I wanted to say. So, a little bit less happening now. There was a lot of action in the beginning of the game. We do see Legion on a 200 gold lead, so not even close to enough. That's 50 gold maybe per person, so that's nothing. And now it's only 100 gold. Nintendo Dex actually getting caught out in the jungle. The Fear Tether does go down. Nintendo Dex taking a lot of damage. Here comes Kenneth, going to be able to finish that off. The Shen ulti does actually go down. And they're going to go on to Lord of Mortis here. They can't get the Shadow Dash because of the shield. Shadow Dash does go off. Paradoxical coming in from the side as well. However, Nintendo Dex does go down. The Paradoxical ulti will not actually hit anybody. Cruiser doing a lot of damage to Paradoxical. Paradoxical does go down. And Zeon Spartan running in the middle of everything. The Shadow Dash is over the wall to try to get to safety. And I think he may just make it out of there. Pixel is there to back him up as well. Noobish wanting to go on this, forgetting that he's Soraka maybe. And so that was a good fight for Legion. They managed to take down Nintendo Dex, their jungler, and Paradoxical in the mid lane. So Lord of Mortis is going to be giving this blue buff over to Kenneth, as long as Lord of Mortis doesn't die. There we go. And Nintendo Dex just, he seems to be getting caught out in the jungle quite a lot in this game. Sort of, he walks into a bush and wouldn't you know it, Lord of Mortis just sitting in front of him. And Lord of Mortis with that tether makes him very good at jungler 1v1s. Demon Lord actually getting pulled there. Can Zig take him down? A lot of damage going down. He does have his ultimate. Is he going to use his ultimate? No, he's just going to back away from that. The heal does go down, so heal's going to be down from Soraka for a while, and the armor buff is now gone as well. The ulti does go down. I think just to clear some minion waves so Zig can go back. Also doing a bit of damage to Ezreal in the meantime. And the sound's pretty low actually. I'm going to turn that up a bit. I don't know why it's so low. Do apologise for this. There we go. So Paradoxical taking a bit of damage there from Kenneth. Kenneth now level 7 with blue buff and his ultimate, so looking very scary, and we'll possibly see some roaming going around as well. Oh, the Shadow Dash. Actually, he still gets stunned, but he gains enough distance that Cruiser is just going to think, nah, not going on this. No thanks. And I think Cruiser actually used his ultimate there, so I don't know what he was thinking there. Voldemort is picking up that red buff. Going to be going back, and then going to be going on a ganking spree. He is level 6, I believe. Yes, he is, so Paranoia is up. So we'll see those amazing Paranoia Cassading ganks with the teleport in from no one, because there's no teleport on Legion. I'm thinking of... It's no teleport anyway, what am I talking about? Zig being very aggressive to Demon Lol. Again, just taking a ton of damage here. Demon Lol's going to have to look for something defensive now. He's going to probably be looking for that Vamp Scepter, maybe even a Wriggles. Not so strong on an Ezreal, but if he needs that much sustain, then he's probably going to look to buy one. And Pixel taking a lot of damage. Actually, the ulti does go down, and Lord of Mortis actually not being able to finish the tier tether on the fear tether onto Zig due to the flash, but they do pick up the kill onto Blitzcrank. Too much action happening there, and I can't speak today. Yeah. Zeon Spartan and Cruiser sort of just meleeing it out there, not really using any abilities. But Empower is a bit too strong for Zeon Spartan. But a nice ult onto Zig there from Lord of Mortis, trying to pick up the kill, but the flash just being able to keep him safe. And this is a dragon. Oh, Paradoxal taking a lot of damage. He is going to go down to the auto attacks from Kenneth, not really moving. I don't understand what was happening there. But the Shadow Dash does go down onto Cruiser. Meanwhile, Nocturne does pick up the dragon there. So first dragon going to Legion. And it's a 1 for 5 at the moment. 3k gold lead currently in Legion's favour. And Lord of Mortis just sort of sitting in the mid lane. Want to defend this against Nintendo decks. Nintendo decks may possibly dive this. I could see that. I could see something that he would do. A very aggressive Olaf player in the jungle. But not without a team, he's not going to dive that. Pixel sitting in the bush up there. Possibly looking for a grab when Zig gets into lane. I don't believe there's a ward in that brush, so he should be fine up there. Zig now back into lane. And you can hear the global pulse fire. Oh, Paradox was taking a lot of damage. The chunk damage from Kenneth is insane. Just 1 Q, 1 E, and an ult, and you're set. Ult to obviously get into position, slow, and then the Q just does so much damage, and you can't really retaliate with that silence. You can't flash while that silence is down. You can't use any of your abilities, which is exceptionally strong in the mid lane. And Nintendo Dex maybe looking like he's going to gank, but a little too late, I believe. I mean, if he shows his face, all Kenneth has to do is to ult, and he is clear. So, yeah. Pixel actually looking for the pull onto Demon, lol. The Arcane Shift does go out, but he misses the pull. Ah, so close, but he does knock up Inubish. The ulti does go down just onto Pixel, though. And Pixel still has quite a bit of life left to have a Zig. Not so lucky. The ulti does go down from Shen onto Zig, trying to pick up the kill onto Soraka. The flash in from Zeon Spartan will pick up the kill, and then Zig will also pick up the kill onto Ezreal. Nice ulti by Zeon Spartan. Gonna have to rush to top lane, though, because that may possibly get taken. Sort of not too bad if they do lose that top turret. They did already get dragon, so in fact no, Legion already got dragon, so if they lose that tower, then that's even more global gold. Getting my teams mixed up here. And it looks like Cruiser may just take this turret, clearing some of the minions. I think he might just back away from this instead of taking it. Kenneth going to be taking this blue buff. There we go. And unfortunately, Legion's bot lane getting a bit punished here. The early aggression from Zig is just too strong at the moment. We do see Ezreal only on 80 farm, Misfortune on 102. However, in the top lane, you've got Jax on 105 farm, already with that bilge water. As someone you do not want to have farm. Nintendo Dex getting chunked down there by Kenneth. Just the damage. The QE combination just doing so much to Nintendo Dex. That's something that Kestin is pretty much renowned for. Just his soul damage alone. And Cruiser coming back into lane. Oh, trying to get the stun off. Can't get it off. The Shadow Dash does save Zeon Spartan there. Paradoxical again getting chunked for a lot of health there. And I think Kenneth is just going to push this out and maybe go for a gank. Actually looking like they're going to be stealing the blue buff from Nintendo Dex. Yeah, they are going to be stealing their blue buff. Now that's really not good. Oh, the ulti does actually go down. Are they going to go into Paradoxical? The ulti is down. It would be sort of stupid to go into Paradoxical. The ulti just gets worn off there. And they're going to try and back away from this. Actually, no, the ult in from Kenneth, trying to pick up the kill onto Paradoxical. The Ignite is not going to tick him down. The Flash Q is going to pick up the kill there. And the ulti from Kenneth to get him out of trouble. Zeon Spartan can't stun him, trying to just close the gap here. The ulti going to keep Kenneth alive. Zig going onto Demon Lol. Demon Lol actually getting slowed by the action from Tendude, but the Arcane Shift going to be keeping him alive. A lot of jumps here on Legion's team. And Demon Lord going to be following Zig down to this bot lane. And great play there, as I was talking about. Stopping Nintendo Dex from getting that blue is very good. I've played Olaf jungle. Actually, Xeon Spartan maybe looking for the taunt here. No taunt just yet. Nintendo Dex taking a lot of damage. He has to ult out of there. The taunt does go down, but no backup damage-wise. And Nintendo Dex just going to get out with the skin of his lip or something. Some sort of phrase. I don't know. Skin of his teeth, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. Oh, Demon Lol, the pull. Does so much damage. The struggle heal. The only thing keeping Demon Lol alive there. Zig just really knowing misfortune here. And as I was saying, Xeon Spartan playing that Olaf jungle, having blue buff is really what you need, especially the way that he plays Olaf jungle. He focuses on armor penetration, cooldown reduction, just so he can throw as many axes as possible. When you get max CDR and blue buff, you can spam your axes. You can throw an axe where you're standing, and you'll pick it up, and it'll be instantly reset off cooldown. So you can just throw axe, and just keep on doing that, and it clears like camps the fastest you've ever seen from a jungle. It is absolutely insane. So having that blue buff is really helpful. However, they did steal it. So not going to be too good for Xeon Spartan. However, Xeon Spartan dying quite a lot in this game. Really getting pushed out, not being able to really gank any lanes. Shaka there with the pink ward, clearing 2 wards. Yeah, 2 for the price of 1. Very nice. So no wards in this bot lane, and Dragon has just spawned. So Zig is recalling. Could be a good time to do it. Bot lane isn't there. I think they want to secure a kill and then go for it, just so there's no chance of them picking it up. In fact, I could be wrong, because Cruiser is down here. Xeon Spartan is actually going to the top lane. Xeon Spartan's ult is up, however, and Nintendo Dex oblivious to it, and so is the rest of TD. So it looks like this is going to be a dragon for Legion again. And there it is. So that's 2 dragons, a turret, 4 Legion, 6-3, 23k, 24k gold nearly, to 20k. So definitely securing that gold lead and getting a lot of money. The ulti does actually go down onto Pixel. The Fear Tether still on there. Gonna try and pick up the kill. Demon Lord doing a lot of damage. The ulti onto Pixel does actually go down from Xeon Spartan, but kills him too quickly before Xeon Spartan can actually get into the fight. Nintendo Dex doing so much damage to Lord of Mortis. They're gonna back out. They realize Nintendo Dex still friggin' hurts. And the axe does go down. Doesn't slow anyone, unfortunately. And they're sort of split, thinking who to chase. They can't really chase Ezreal because of the Arcane Shift, and they can't chase Kenneth because of the Arcane... is it Arcane Shift? No, it's the Rift Walk. Man, I'm stupid today. So Nintendo Dex still trying to scout out someone. Just going to be stealing that big wolf and backing away from that. Cruiser back in this top lane. And TD actually taking their first turret of the game, so good job them. And Olaf going to be picking up this blue buff. He's going to be really looking forward to that. You'll be able to see the spammage of axe from Olaf. So it's 1-to-1 in turrets now. Gold lead still in favor of Legion for those 2 dragons and the 3 more kills that they do have. Xeon Spartan taking a bit of damage there. Shield can protect against a little bit of it, but just get dropped about half health. Pings going onto Inubish from Zig. Zig maybe gonna try and kill him. Paradoxical taking a lot of damage actually. The ulti going down defensively. Not gonna save him, I believe. The flash in from Lord of Mortis does actually save him. Zig gonna be able to pick up the kill onto Lord of Mortis though. Spending too much time underneath that tower. Kenneth also being also having to run away, but that is one of Caston's strong points. Oh, and the pull just missing there. Kenneth does manage to back out from that. We do see Kennen actually picking up a Negatron, realizing he's just taking way too much magic damage, and going to be voting that into an Abyssal. Abyssal, you usually take it back against double AP teams, but you do have an AP and a hybrid, so Jack's still doing a fair amount of AP damage. And Caston has that cages actually and a Philostone, so looking really for that gold per 10, looking to really be able to transfer into this late game with a lot of damage. And really doing that with the double GP10, maybe building, just selling the Philostone and then building the cages into a DFG, maybe increasing his burst just phenomenally. But we'll see what he does with the Philo. Maybe, I don't know, maybe another Shrelia's after their support, but I don't really see the point in a cast in having a Shrelia's. So we'll see what he does with that. Cruiser going onto Zeon Spartan. The Phage procs. But Zeon Spartan sort of getting bullied in this lane. Not surprised from a 2-0 Cruiser. 150 farm on the AD carry and the top lane. Whereas Zig on 173 and Zeon Spartan on 126. So add them both together, about equal the same. So it works out. It's fine. So not much farm difference, yeah, as I was saying. Everyone on sort of roughly the same farm. You know, give or take 30. And Nitsudedex actually going for the gank onto Cruiser here. The stun is going to land. And he's going to turn around onto this. The ulti does go down from Cruiser. He's looking for someone to jump to, but he can't. Still taking a lot of damage. Definitely going to go down here. No way they can stop him. Yeah, there we go. The Shadow Dash actually doing damage. And picking up the kill onto Cruiser there. Looks like they're going to take this mid lane as a rebuttal. And that is a turret down. Inubish still has that Oracles. Maybe not the strongest person to have an Oracles on, but at the same time, neither is Nocturne. The problem with Soraka is she's very squishy. She does have the heal, but it's on such a long cooldown, and she's still so squishy that she can be really caught out easily and just destroyed to get rid of that Oracles. Same thing with Lord of Mortis though. He does jump into the team with his ultimate, so he's going to have a lot of pressure on him. So he can easily die with the Oracles as well. No real particular person to give that Oracles to. I suppose the support's probably the best way, considering she can just stand in the back, heal, and back off whenever she needs to. Whereas, hopefully, Lord of Mortis would be jumping on the AD carry Zig straight away in a team fight. So we'll see what happens with that. Gold lead getting chopped down a little bit. It's about a 3k gold deficit for TD. So not too much, not as much as it was. They're sort of evening out the gold lead here. We do see Abyssal Scepter onto Kennen now, and Nintendo actually picking up an Oracle. So both team having an Oracles are very strong. Really want to not allow any ward coverage from either team. And weird build from Soraka actually. She does actually have the triple GP10, so really looking for that gold income and scouting around Baron here, so maybe looking for an early attempt on this. We do see Jax in the tri-bush, maybe being able to ward it. He doesn't actually have a Wriggles Lantern, so he doesn't have any wards, so you know, looks like he's just going to back away from that, but maybe looking for a really early Baron here. And this is sort of what we saw last game. Legions really should have thought about this, because they are actually doing it now. And this is exactly what happened last game. During the mid game, TD just took a very early Baron, and as soon as they got that very early Baron, Legion could not do anything about it, and they're still going to go on it. The ulti does actually go down from Zeon Spartan onto Zig just so we can get in here, and they do pick up the Baron, and this is where TD are really going to turn it around. Cruiser just taking so much damage, getting stunned into place thanks to Paradoxical. Paradoxical going to be rushing in there. The ultimate does go down onto Pixel. Pixel with the flash though does manage to get him to safety. And Zeon Spartan actually going on Ezreal here. Don't know if he's going to pick up the kill. He has so much life and he's just taking no damage at the moment. The taunt does actually go on to everybody, and Demon Lol solo. The one axe picks it up. Wonderful play there by Zeon Spartan. Double kill for Zeon Spartan, picking up the kill with the axe onto Kassadin, and that is an ace. And just as you know it, the gold lead is now straight away in TD's favour, and they're now winning in kills, and they're about to be winning in turrets. So that from that one Baron, they just instantly turn the game around and instantly give themselves an early advantage. Maybe looking for this inhibitor. Not much Jax can really do to defend it. If he gets caught out, he will die. And that's an inhibitor. So TD, definitely one of these teams that really is Baron focused. Picking up that early Baron just really secures the win for them. well, not really secures the win for them, but really just pushes them and just gains so much of an advantage out of Baron. They're sort of losing in lane, and they're sort of not picking up Barons, just sort of dragons, just giving them over to Legion, and losing all up until like that 25-minute mark, where they just get Baron, and then they absolutely stomp the other team. Really, just a team devouched by Baron there. And what wonderful play there. And now 5 turrets destroyed onto TD. Before that it was 1 turret. So, and now they're 11-8. The gold lead 2k in TD's favour. They've just turned a 4k gold deficit into a 2k gold lead. And those are the plays you want to look for. I mean, turning that around so vastly just by a sneaky Baron. Xeon Spartan taking a lot of damage. Actually may go down here. The taunt may just save him, but a lot of damage going into Xeon Spartan. He may go down, but will someone go down to the turret? No. Legion actually pretty tanky, so they're going to survive that, and that's going to be 1 Baron buff down. Just 4 to go. Pixel looking for the pull there. Does actually pick up the pull onto Kenneth. Oh, he gets destroyed by Zig and Kennen. Just the ulti went down and then he died. Like, sort of paradoxical, pressed R and then he died. There was no point using the ultimate there. I suppose he just wanted to skewer it as much as possible on 1-for-1 trade. However, TD did lose the Baron buff onto Xeon Spartan. But they definitely wanted to get that for that 1-for-1 trade, just so they can push and they don't have to fight 5v4. Because if they fight 5v4, even with Baron buff, they can still lose. And Ninja Deck's just going to be throwing out those axes. Quite long cooldown actually, even with blue buff, quite long cooldown, because he doesn't actually pick them up. Oh, and the wonderful spell shield just blocking it there. Demon Lord actually getting slowed there. Can Pixel... Oh, he actually pulls Lord of Mortis in, and Lord of Mortis possibly going to go down. The ulti from Lord of Mortis actually going to be diving into Zig there. He's still taking a lot of damage, and he goes down before the Fear Tether can actually proc. Xeon Spartan ulting in here, and can they pick up Cruiser or Demon Lull? They need a wonderful pull by Pixel. The pull gets dodged there, and the taunt just misses, so can't capitalize on that. And really pushing down these Nexus turrets. Paradoxical getting chunked there, going straight down. Xeon Spartan taking a lot of damage as well. They sort of need to back out from this. And that is a Nexus turret down, and you see the pushing power of TD. Oh, they may actually want to go in for something else here. No, they're just going to back away. Go back by, and just look at the pushing that they've done here. They've destroyed an inhibitor, which makes all of the lanes stronger. Not just the mid lane, it makes the top lane and the bot lane stronger minion-wise, which means that they just push up more and more, which means... oh, actually Kenneth picking up a nice kill onto Cruiser there, onto Pixel rather, and unfortunately Soraka being in the wrong bush, so support for a support. And Xeon Spartan actually very close to Kenneth and Demon Lord. The taunt does go down on both of them. Still taking a lot of damage. Needs to back out there. The flash from Zig going to be picking up the kill onto Xeon Spartan. Very nice there. I don't think they're going to pick up the kill on Kenneth. But that's Demon Lord down. And so they're not going back. They're staying here. And the axe going down. Just missing Cruiser. And yeah, they're not going to go back. They're thinking, okay, let's capitalize on this. Demon Lord's down. Let's just win. Let's do this. Zig still stupidly powerful at the moment. 505, not died yet. Infinity Edge, Wriggles, and Zeal doing a lot of damage to Lord of Mortis. Just so much damage. And Xeon Spartan just getting wrecked there. He was on a bit too low HP. I think he sort of expected that and was just trying to maybe initiate. The minions do move up here. Zig is still with them. Can do some damage to this turret, but he doesn't want to get too close just in case the Nocturne ulti is not quite up yet. But you know, obviously the players do not have this sort of HUD that I have that shows the cooldowns of the enemies. So yeah, probably just going to back away. Smart move there. And we do actually see Kenneth picking up that DFG, selling that Philostone, and picking up a Rabadon's. Also has that tier and an amplifying tome and a heart of gold and a ruby crystal rather. So I don't know what he's building there. Misfortune picking up that guardian angel. Oh jeez. So Zig hasn't actually died in the game yet, and doesn't look like he's gonna die yet. because he does have that Guardian Angel. So they're going to have to kill him twice. So, you know, have fun with that, Legion. We don't actually see it on Demon Lol. Demon Lol a bit behind. Obviously, Misfortune having those 5 kills and 5 assists, only 2 kills and 2 assists onto Demon Lol. So he only has that Infinity Edge, Phage, and Sheen, looking for that Trinity Force. Whereas, so if you look at it, it's about, I would say, oh wait, we can actually look at the gold totals. What are we talking about? So 11.3k onto Misfortune and 9.7 onto Demon Lol. So that's a massive gold lead simply from those kills, those assists, having the same amount of farm, and the drag. Oh, Cruiser getting pulled in there. Jesus, that's going to be a Baron right here for TD. Just the pull onto Cruiser. Wonderful play by Zig there, by Pixel. Just having that ward and being able to aim that properly. Demon Lol trying to do some damage with his ulti to make them back off. It's not going to work. Zig just going in here, but taking a lot of damage at the moment from Kenneth. But Kenneth's... Oh, the ulti does actually go. He's trying to pick up the kill onto Zig. Paradoxical with the ultimate. They're going to pick up Lord of Mortis, and they also pick up Baron, TD do. And Demon Lol just caught out a little bit here. He's going to be going down. And the axe thrown on the floor right next to him for some reason, Nintendo X. And Zig does pick up the kill, so nice there. The ulti does actually go down onto Paradoxical, and he dies. So, yeah, not the best ulti from Xeon Spartan, but I suppose they didn't know that Kenneth was there. See, they did just take down Kennen, but I don't think it's going to do much. Zig is still up, so that's a free inhibitor for them. And I think they're just going to push for the win here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the win. I don't see much that Legion can really do with Demon Lol and Lord of Mortis down. Cruz actually going in here with a full stun here, trying to pick up something, trying to maybe kill Zig, flash out there, but he does get pulled back in and killed there by Zig. Lord of Mortis actually coming back. The exhaust does go down, so can't really do much. The Fear Tether does still land on Zig though, so he can't actually be killed except for when Pixel kills him. And Nubish still taking a lot of damage. The ulti just protecting him. Xeon Spartan does go down to Kenneth actually. And Nintendo Dex just furiously hitting the Nexus here. And the Nexus goes down. Right before Ziggs' GA would proc. So, good game there, guys. That is game 2 won by TD. So, TD win this round 1. 2-0, sorry. And so, next game will be the last of round 1, and then we can move to the loser bracket and the winner brackets round 2. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to watch the other casts because they may be as good as this. They will be as good as this. Yeah, go watch them. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.